Hey guys.
This zombie money, and we gon' let it ride. Stand accused of fuckboy behavior. Bailed out when I promised I was gonna save ya. Man down, I didn't man up till
Hey,
later. Now I'm
happy
serving these
Sunday.
apologies like a
So y'all see I'm
waiter.
playing this music?
Look at me now, needing you
YouTube
back.
about to get me up.
Down on
But
my knees,
this is the song for this
writing
video.
a curse. You got me
Baby,
a
please.
leak, drink on the
Merry
way,
Christmas.
so I can
Happy
cut.
Sunday.
Smoke in
Hey
the
y'all, come on
air.
in.
I don't even smoke, but it's so cold, so cold, so
So this is the
cold.
right song for this
So
video.
cold, so cold, so cold. So cold, so
So if
cold,
y'all
so cold.
know,
So cold, so
okay,
cold.
let me stop. So I've been playing Tank, but y'all, I got so many. When I tell y'all, I have so many emails, like across all of my platforms. I have so many emails, and I cannot read like all of my emails, so I pick and I choose, what I want to read. Now it's some where some of you guys, y'all email me a lot, so I get y'all's and I do read y'all's and stuff like that. I got some of the ones I did reply back to some of the ones where you guys are out weekend pictures and all that stuff. So and those pictures were beautiful, and so and I liked when you guys send me pictures, hi, of you and your mates and all this stuff. I really really appreciate it. I got one special email that I thought that was really really nice, but I won't say base everything upon me. So it is a female that's here in Atlanta that's been asked out. And a guy is very interested in her and she's interested in the guy. And the only way that she would go forward is if the guy meets me. I'm like, you serious? You want him to meet me? She was like, yeah. It's like,
Yes, I'm not allowed to be
you
frivolous.
know what? I'm not talking to you. But anyway, if he meets me, so like to get a read on the guy or whatever, you can go off your own intuition, whatever. I mean, if you're interested, just move forward. But if you see red flags or anything, then slow down and back off. Don't go too fast. And but I thought that was like very very nice that you wanted to email me and say, hey, can you meet this person? You and I go and meet this person. I think he would probably think that was awkward, but at least you told him. So anywho, um, we're going to talk about this exposure. So I did receive an email about a female saying that she had caught her mate cheating, right? So and she didn't know what to do because it's always in the back of her mind and all this stuff right here. You guys know how I work. Hi, and the things that I say. It is the holidays and it is Christmas, and I'm not going to tell anybody to leave anyone. And I go off the feel that I get, and the thing is like. Even now with me talking about it, my arms feel heavy. It makes it seem like you cannot move because you feel as if you just don't want to do anything, that you can't move. Okay, so when a person is being exposed and you're saying you caught him cheating or you caught her cheating, even though we're talking about you, so but I'm gonna go off both. You know what I'm saying? When you catch someone cheating, it's not that a person catches someone cheating. Okay, so when you start to snooping around and you looking for stuff, because when you snoop, you're gonna look and you're gonna find something. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna keep looking, and you won't stop moving until you won't stop looking until you find something, because you're actually being awakened. You have taken on so much and so much stress till spirit taps you on the shoulder, and you wrestle in your mind for so long. Should I check this? No, you're fighting with yourself. What's happening is spirit is tapping you on the shoulder because enough is enough. After you have stressed so long, and God is only going to put so much on you, and he's not going to put more on you than you can bear. When it's getting to that point, exposure comes. Now, Sometimes people self sabotage. When people self sabotage themselves so that they're exposed and cheating, this means that spirit is actually talking to this person. They're not just like, oh, I'm just going to do this, so put this in her face. No, they don't realize that they're wrestling with their mind, like, I'm just going to do this and she just going to find out. No, it's that gut feeling, and it is spirit actually talking to them saying, hey, you done did enough of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead on and tell her, or go ahead on and tell him. That's when they self sabotage and people can find out. Stop doing this. And they wrestle with themselves too when they've had enough. They had enough from hurting a person, then they just want the person to find out. A lot of times when people um they don't like to, say, hey, I did this, and they don't like to apologize. So what they do is they wait until it's an argument, and then they try to leave that way. They try to leave like, okay, you made me mad. Or no, what it is they wanted to leave anyway. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to leave. But when you snoop, you keep snooping, you found these things. No, it was just enough was enough, and it was a time for that person to be exposed. So, and you won't find anything unless you keep digging, and when you dig, there it is, here it is, and spirit will not allow you to find something or to see something when it's not time for you to see it. Now, mind you, when you're trying to follow somebody and catch somebody into something and you can't get them, they're in the area, it's not time for you to see these things yet. Only the things you will see things when it's time for you to see it. So when you say, hey, I caught him doing this, no, it was time for you to know, because it was wrestling with your mind. Enough is enough. And so that's why I was playing that song, Tank, said it's like so cold. And the words in that song, the people, him, her, whosoever, females do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You got some women out here. I don't want to say just as slick as guys, but you got some guys out here just as slick as girls or whatever. But, I got to say that, women are slick. You know what I'm saying? Women are smart. It takes a man a lot of planning and trying to do stuff, and a man does not think what's around the corner. A man just gets in his vehicle or puts on his clothes and go. A woman is gonna think, okay, what am I gonna do if this happens? What am I gonna say if this person calls here? Who am I gonna tell about this? A woman will sit here and she's gonna know all of her footprints. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna backtrack and she's gonna plan out everything before she does something. I'm not saying that it's right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that all these things are right, but a woman will cover herself. A man has two heads. We have two heads too, but one of our heads is covered. Get what I'm saying now? One of ours is covered. Theirs hang out. They don't know which one to think with. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's the other one that's exposed, so that they think with. So when it's time for a person to be exposed, that's when spirit says enough is enough. And that's when they have these tower moments. Now, when a person sits there and then they deny, and they lie, and it when a person lies to your face, and you have receipts, and you trying to talk to this person, and it is just hurting you and breaking you and breaking you. That's when spirit steps in, and a tower moment comes, and he tears everything down. And people don't understand when they say, hey, I got caught cheating, I lost my relationship. It's not always that. It's other things that you can lose before you lose your relationship, because sometimes people that love you will hang on for dear life, but sometimes spirit will come in and tear down everything so that person is removed from that situation. So if he's hurting you and then he comes back and says, or he or she, if he's hurting you and he comes back and says, hey, I love you and I'm sorry, you don't heard all those sorries enough. And remember now, when a person keeps saying, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, now, and then they show you a little bit that they're sorry because they take you out to dinner, they come home on time, a couple of days, then they out late saying they're working late and all this stuff right here. You know what I'm saying? They're really not sorry. That's that person's character. I told you that's who that person is. So some people, they can't walk right. You know what I'm saying? They can't walk right because they don't know any better. They don't know any better. And they're not awakened. So when they lose everything, so what comes is that's when divorces come. That's when money is stripped away. That's when spirit is waking up this person. This person saying, when it starts doing this, when you mess with a person's money, their stability, and all that, when you do that right there, a person wakes up. They're gonna say, oh shit, I can't do this. Nah, girl, I can't fuck with you. Nah, dude, I can't fuck with you. I'll lose too much. They're being awakened just a little bit. just a little. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's stimulating the mental a little bit. But spirit is, getting to them. Tell them, take your ass home. And then they'll know then, hey, I get caught up. I can't do this. I'm going to lose everything. They're going to start paying attention. And then they're going to start to walk right a little bit because you know what? Spirit now holding them by the balls. Holding them by the balls. If you don't do this, I'm going to take everything away from you. Your marriage, your finance. I'm going to take everything. So when it comes to like that, when the finances, that's when the female or the other party, if it's kids involved, that will be that'll be awakened. They'll be wakened just a little bit before they come strong because they're broken. Remember, a person is broken when you love and then you find out that somebody has betrayed you like this. When a person betrays you, this person finds out what's going on and you're doing this. Just this person right here is still trying to plan on getting away with everything. Spirit has awoken this person right here. This person gonna say, I gotta get out of this, but my heart keeps coming towards this dude. You know what I'm saying? And Spirit's gonna say, how you gonna come and stay with him and follow him if I take your house? How you gonna follow him if he or she loses his job? Y'all, when I sit here and tell you when Spirit wants to get your attention when you're doing messed up stuff, it will come. The person lose their job, can get into a small accident. When that person is for you, you will know because you would think everything about this person was made directly for you. And no, your person, it is a person out here for you that is made especially for you. Now we have to go through all these life lessons and we're learning, we're hurting and stuff so that we can build ourselves to get ready for the one that's supposed to be in our life. You're going to go through this cheating. You're going to feel like, hey, I don't want to cheat. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to hurt like that. So, because your person that's for you is coming. Your person is coming. It could be 5 years away, but that time gonna fly by because you don't know that this person is coming yet. So you going through heartache. So when you go and you hurt somebody or somebody hurts you, you don't want to feel like that. So you know that in other relationships, you're not gonna hurt anybody. You're learning the lesson. If you keep doing it, you're not learning, and that person is not gonna get to you until you learn the lesson. It's about the wheel. It keeps turning, and then you're gonna keep going round and round and round and round until you learn the lesson. Once you learn the lesson, then you move on to the next, right? Everything happens for a reason. Nothing just happens. Everything happens for a reason. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to commercials. Pay attention to songs. Pay attention to signs, to numbers. Pay attention to everything. Something might have something to do with um the person that you meet. Say like you look at the clock, you know what I'm saying, and you see 1307, right? You see 1307. And okay, I'm talking about military time, y'all. 1307. And you just look at the clock and it's 1307 and you just remember that, damn, why my clock is in military time and it says 1307. You might just remember that. Then when you meet your person, his his um his birthday could be January the 3rd, you know what I'm saying, or either something to do with those numbers. Yeah, and then also his or her apartment could be 1307. Him or his or her address could be something else, 1307, 1307 7th Street, something like that. Pay attention to these signs and synchronicities. But things are exposed when spirit says enough is enough. Okay? And then sometimes when people want to get caught, it's because then, spirit is speaking to them saying enough is enough. It's time for him to know or you to know. And they get that gut feeling. They don't feel right. Then they can't eat and they can't sleep and all that stuff. They can't eat and they can't sleep. And then when a person feels as if when spirit is getting to them and they know that they have done wrong by a person, it's going to be on their mind constantly. Constantly. They can go out, have a drink, smoke, get high, but when they come down, that person is still right there. Why? Spirit is opening up your third eye, saying, pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And then it's getting to that person's heart chakra. You know what I'm saying? This person's heart. You know what I'm saying? He's going to feel like, I don't know why I keep thinking about that. Oh, no, 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 no. You know why you think about that. You know the wrongs that you have done, that you need to go and you need to go and make them right. But exposure. And when it gets out there, it gets out there. And sometimes when people have been out there for so long and they just won't slow down and keep going back to their ways, spirit will expose that person to everybody around them. And they will do something will come up where nobody wants to be around that person. For whatever reason, It is. You know what I'm saying? So this person could have done something. This person could have been attached to some other people that have done something, and then other friends or people that they work around or they be around, hang around, finds out. It's like, oh no, I can't be around her. She was hanging out with those guys, that might have robbed some people, that did something. I can't get caught up in that. I don't want anybody coming to my house, giving me phone calls, asking me things about that person will be exposed so that no one has anything to. That's when that person then will be alone and forced to deal with themselves. Forced to deal with themselves. And when a person is alone, they have a lot to think about. It's only so much drinking that you can do because remember, when spirit gets your attention, he's taking your money by you drinking. You know what I'm saying? So whatever vices that you might have, they're gonna burn out. That person's vices is gonna burn out, and then the friend's gonna say, "I don't want to go over there because this person always drunk. This person always high. This person always asking me for money to help with their habits and stuff. And I don't want to do that. Or either I'm trying to fix me, and for me to, in order to fix me, I have to leave this person. So when you start digging, it's because now is that time. I'm not saying, oh, you're just gonna dig up and go just looking for anything time you meet somebody. But after you have loved, cared, and nurtured for somebody, and you have been with your partner, husband, wife, boyfriend, however long have you been together, you guys have been together for a long time, and then you wrestle with your mind, okay, I'm gonna check this, I'm gonna check his phone. When your person comes to you, when you have the right person in your life, you don't have to like, well, I'm gonna show y'all something. You don't have to like go and dig into their phone. Their phone will be like right there for you. You know what I'm saying? And so they won't hide anything from you. You have access to every single thing. This person will make you feel so comfortable and so loved and so protected. So but it is you. I'm gonna tell you the best way. The best way when on your journey and finding love and making sure your person is your person is to love yourself. It's nothing sexier than seeing someone who cares and nurtures and loves themselves. It's somewhat sexy about that. Somewhat not about makeup and the clothes and stuff that you wear. None of that. None of that. Not what they wear, what they drive, where they work, none of that. But when you see that a person truly cares for themselves and not out there with no bull crap, no yin yang, and starting nothing. Because you have some people who are attention whores. You know what I'm saying? They love attention, whether it's drama or whatsoever. Whatever it's drama. If it's drama, they don't care. They want all eyes on them. But they don't know that they're the reason for their own downfall, and it's coming. The tower is coming. And please understand that towers are not always bad. Tower might be bad for you, but tower might be good for all of us and the other person that you with. Because once you're exposed, this person sits there and say, oh, after all this time that I have invested in you, after all this time that I have loved you and I have stood by you, you know what I'm saying? This is how you do me. I don't want that in my life. No, we can't be partners. It is no such thing in my life as partners in crime. No. It ain't that much money in the world that you can give me where you gonna do some shit and I'm gonna go to jail for you. I don't love you and your stinking ass balls enough for me to take the rap for you to say I'm gonna go to jail because I love them. You can kick rocks and be by your damn self. You know what I'm saying? Because guys know that you can have more than one twin flame. You can have more than one soulmate. Don't just get wrapped up on this my soulmate. Don't claim people. Don't claim people because spirit has somebody for you and that person will come to you in the right time. Now, it's also missed opportunities when your ass don't act right because you can be given the golden cup, the holy grail can be right there in your face. You know what I'm saying? Spirit says, hey, this is for you. It's your time. You know what I'm saying? Let's celebrate. Now is your time. Here's your cup. Here go your two of cups. You getting your cup and your person coming with theirs. You out here acting a fool, want to turn around and drink and get drunk and all this stuff right here and party with everybody else. Your cup is empty. When this person show up, you drunk as hell, and this person see you like, oh hell no, I don't want this person. I don't want to drunk. I'm supposed to celebrate with them. This person right here like to celebrate with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You can say no. You know what I'm saying? But if you haven't gotten the lesson, it's time for you to get back and go back round and round and round and round, because when the right person has been picked for you, the right one, the spirit said, nope, this person is for you. They've done this shit. You here to help them. You know what I'm saying? Because this is where they're weak and this is where you're strong. You're here to help them because they ain't getting the lesson. They're not getting it out here or whatever. They're not getting it out here. This is why you here. So this is when you're going to grab this mug by his shirt or her shirt and you're going to drag them up out of there. You're dragging them out there because it's a tower moment, but it's a good tower moment. You say, I'm here to save you because I'm supposed to, and you gonna get some act right in your ass, and then you might have to expose them in front of their friends, but you let them know you stand strong. You know what I'm saying? Because you're building a foundation with this person. Don't y'all know, like when some people, when power couples come together, when they build, it ain't always that a person, you got this status and I got this status. This is how we're a power couple. Power couples build from the bottom, from nothing. They get together, they come up with a plan, and they work on how we're gonna get there. And then they work on say, okay, by this time I want to be here. If we're not here by this, okay, we need to reevaluate all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, um, please, when I'm talking about something else, what you can do is you can email me and I'll talk about the same thing. But thank you. So anyway, when these people come together and they are these power couples build. They build, and the more that they build, the stronger that they are. That's why they call power couples. The power that these two have when they are together. Not a power him and a power her. It's a power couple. It's the power that they bring. And when you see these people, when they walk or when they're out and when they're at an area at any place, it's just them and they stand strong in their power. And they stand strong in their truth. It's like, let me say it like this. Some people might not always agree. It's about the power that you have, but it's also lonely power though too. It ain't always nice at the top by yourself, right? Because sometimes the other power likes to sit behind the scenes. Say you somewhere and Oprah walks in the room. What happens? That's some power. You know what I'm saying? Building from nothing. Y'all remember like when she was, did she come on Phil Donahue? It's like all back in those days or something like that. I remember like that. But anyway, when there's like news broadcasters and all that, and they're starting from the bottom and all that, they build, and the more they build, the stronger that they get, and then their name gets bigger and bigger, and then all of a sudden they don't even have to open their mouth. They just walk in the room. And you know what? You know this person from what they did and what they do. You know what I'm saying? Not he had this. And when two people that have all of these resources come together, pretty much they're stuck in their ways. You know what I'm saying? They don't like to compromise because they've been doing things their way for the longest time ever. They don't like to compromise. Now, some of them can, but that's a lot of people that fly out. They come together and they think more of money than love. What's truly here and for us to do is to love. If it was more love here in the universe, and so, well, it's love in the universe, but if it's more love here, you know, in the 3D, like how it is in the 5D, y'all, everything will be perfect. But there's this not a perfect world. It's not a perfect world. And then it's some people that are so is in such dark places, they don't know how or what to do to get on their path or know what their purpose is. That's because, they have not asked spirit to help them, to show them, to send me my person. And when you're ready for your person to be sent to you and your person to start coming on their way, they'll come. Not only that, it'll be many tests that comes around where you'll be dating, meeting people, meeting friends, and different sceneries, whatever. You'll see different people, and it's your test. And then you meet a person, and say like if you meet a person, and your first thing, dang, you sexy, you fine, or whatever. That's a turn off. Yeah, some girls like to hear it, some men like to hear it, but they want to hear it from who they want to hear it from. You know what I'm saying? When they've opened up for that type of conversation. But when you meet somebody like right there, you being tested. You're being tested. And when it's time for your person to be there for you, they will be there for you. And you won't have to worry about snooping, finding anything, because everything is going to be right there and open to you. This person is going to be fully open to you. They're going to say, let's grow together. So when you were digging, you know what I'm saying? You say, I wasn't surprised. It's because your intuition was already telling you. Your gut was already telling you, and your intuition is not going to lie to you. Please don't ignore that. When you guys get these gut feelings and stuff, pay attention to that. Now, when you sit down and you say you want to work on it, you can't work on it on yourself. You can't say, well, I'm going to go home, I'm going to make it right, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to talk to them or whatever, and I'm going to do whatever I can so that this works for us. If he or she don't want to work on it, it's not going to work. You can't be in a relationship by yourself. You can't be in a relationship just for the status or the finances or the look of a person. Oh, dang, he fine. He's sexy. He's tall. She's sexy. People get old. You know what I'm saying? People get old. These faces and stuff drop. You know what I'm saying? Makeup start to get caked up. You know what I'm saying? And people start to get bat wing, frown lines, all that stuff. It changes. And so then what you gonna do? Go to the next, a younger person, and I mean, to an older person whatsoever. So some say black don't crack and shit. I don't know. But still, if you want to work on it, I say that it is time now that sometimes you do need help. You do need professional help because sometimes we let our own emotions get into the way and block our blessings. And sometimes it is meant for you to go through a lesson with a person. It is some things in my life that I have went through, and things that I have done, you know what I'm saying, that have come right back to me and hit me in the face. And I'm like, shit, I did that. I did this to this person, and now I know how it feels. You could do something to somebody and you can break up with them and be done with them, and years down the line, you know what I'm saying, 10, 12, 13 years down the line, and then the same thing that you did comes back to you with a person that you care for. That's when it happens, when you haven't gotten the lesson, when you have done somebody wrong, really done somebody wrong, or done a lot of people wrong, lying at the job, always cheating, trying to get up ahead, trying to one up somebody, always doing wrong. It ain't even got to be a person, just some of the things and the way that you live when it's not right, and you do this, and then you fall in love with a job, fall in love with a car, and all this stuff right there. That same thing that you fall in love with 15, 20 years later is taken away from you, and it hurts like hell. And then you go through the dark night of the soul. It's nothing like going through the dark night of the soul. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Going through the dark night of the soul is just like going to a funeral over and over again every single day. The pain is it's so, I mean, the it's so intense. Your mind, you can't think. You go to bed crying, you wake up crying, you only cheer up just for work, but the dark night of the soul will whoop your ass. But when you come out, you straight. Let me tell y'all something. I don't have casual sex. I don't just go and sleep with anybody. I don't want to be seen with just anybody. I don't just do anything, and I don't hang out like that because I've been through the dark night of the soul. When I sit here and tell y'all, it was just like taking a beating after every single day. It was like you wake up and you're still at the same funeral. Like the body is like right here. And you know what I'm saying? And all it is you're being stripped of everything. You're being awakened. You're being born again. It's everything that you have done is right there. Karma is here. Everything is before you, and you'll start thinking, damn, I shouldn't have did this. Lord, please help me. Help me out of this. But it's no fast way, easy way from karma. The best thing that you can do is go through it. Go through it. And the more shit that you do, if you don't sit your ass down and deal with it, it's gonna keep coming and coming and coming. And it could be round one and round two. It's all that you round one, round two, and it'll keep coming, keep coming. When I sit here and say, when you go through, you're like, I've gone through the dark night. No, don't claim that shit. You will know when you go through dark night of soul, baby. That loved one, and that person could still be walking around, could be walking around here. You already done experienced that person's death. You done been through it. You done been through it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damn months, a year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's like losing your mind. You will experience death. And you can't put anybody before God. You know what I'm saying? He will take that person from you. Not saying that that person has to die. You know what I'm saying? This person going to be out there doing their thing, not paying you any mind. You're going to be forced to deal with it. And when something comes to you and you're supposed to deal with it and you don't deal with it, you will be forced to deal with it. How you gonna be forced to deal with it? I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna go to the club. You gonna get in your car and your shit ain't gonna crank. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get to your car and you don't let you gonna get in your car, you gonna drive to the club and you don't lost your ID. You know what I'm saying? Or you lost your keys. Yes.
Mia's mom is coming.
I was getting ready to tell her. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Say hi. Uh,
My mom isn't here yet, but okay.
it's not 8. I was gonna take you at 8. But okay.
Oh, wait.
I'll walk you down. I'll walk. Just let me know when her mom gets here and I'll walk her down. Close the door out of the way, Ayana. So, Ayana, close the door. So, it's like, y'all, understand what you do. You know how when people say, well, it's not, it ain't just what people say. It is everything that happens in your life, everything that you do is written. Believe that. It's written. And guess what? When you think about it, you're like, dang, I'm going to get up and go to the store tonight and I'm going to buy this because I got to cook tomorrow. Then you change your mind. You're like, nah, I ain't going to go. I can go tomorrow when I get off work. Guess what? You're supposed to change your mind because that's how it was written. You weren't going to go. You didn't know that. But this is how it was. It was written that way. Yep. And people, they seem to think that, I knew that this was going to happen. Yes, some intuitive people knew things were going to happen. A lot of things happen. A lot of things happen around me all the time. I can sense when something is going to happen. I can sense when there's going to be, a death and all that stuff. The air changes. And I noticed this from when I was younger until though now. It's a change in the air and I can feel it and I can smell a different smell. And I'm like, shit. It's a death. It's here. So, but when you go through the dark night of the soul, honey, you're not going to know when you're going through it at first. You're going to wake up to it. You say, oh shit, it's going to hit you. It's going to hit you. And you think that, okay, I'm going to outrun this. No, you ain't going to outrun it. You know what I'm going to do? She broke my heart. I'm going to move. I'm going to move to another state so I don't have to see them, not deal with them, give me another job. Everything about this person I'm going to forget. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because you're not in control. Everything is already written. You know what I'm saying? You have to let it play out to how it's going to be. You have no control. You try to control. That's what drives you crazy. That's what drives you crazy. And that brings on other pain by you disobeying. You have to sit still and say, Spirit, show me what am I to do? What's next? What's next in my life? Put me on my right path. Put the right people in my life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you have to cut off your own hand. Friends, family members, places that you usually go. Sometimes you have to cut that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not for you. That's the old you. But when you go through the dark night of the spirit, I'm going to say the dark night of the soul, you don't want that old shit anymore. You don't want that anymore. You don't want the old you. You're born again. You see things differently. You're more happier. You're past that. And you're not in that pain. Until you go through it and you deal with karma, you will hurt every single day. Your mind won't be clear. It'll be clear when you go to work. But when you go on your break, your mind going to be right back there. When you driving there, your mind going to be right there. You know what I'm saying? But until you sit there and you deal, I ain't going to say it, deal with you and the things that we have done, the wrongs that we have done. And sometimes you can be doing right by people, but you could be hurting other people. Doing right by people is, somebody goes out there, they make money, and then they spend all their money, and then they come to you, and then all the time you sitting up there enabling them, you giving them money because they can go and spend all their money, do what they want to do, and then not take care of the kids, the household, or whatever, and they keep running to you. You know what I'm saying? You can actually be hurting somebody, that way by doing the right thing. By doing the right thing. But you have to deal with you. You have to say, Lord, why am I an overgiver? That was me. That was me. Dang, they ain't gonna have their rent. Let me help them. Let me do this. Let me care for this person. Let me go do this. Let me do that right there. I was hurting people by trying to do the right thing, trying to save everybody. And when I went through the dark night of the soul, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I wasn't sick now. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I'll be honest with y'all. I stayed up for months. Months plural, all night, and then go to work. Come home, be up, same thing. Still on the wheel, running, just running on the wheel, running on the wheel. Still trying to process this, but I was gonna go through it because I was like, I don't want to feel like this no more. You know what I'm saying? That's why I sit my happy ass and do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to go out there and it's like, okay, hey, I'm gonna go out here and party? It ain't time for me to party. Mm-mm. Have my drink right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, when your person is for you, then and it's getting closer and closer, the people start to mirror each other. Now when I say mirror, everything doesn't have to always be the same, but it's almost the same. It's pretty much like almost the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let's go with cars. um your person car can break down, right? Your person car can break down and they ubering and shit like that. You can go, it might not be anything wrong with your car, but it's cold on this day. You go downstairs and you trying to crank your car, your shit just won't start. Just won't start that day. You know what I'm saying? And then you get you a Uber and you go to work, right? Their car is broke. They Ubering because their car is broke. But your car went crank that day. You Ubered, and then you came back home. Then when you got home, your car cranked. You know, it's going to be something similar, something similar, or they're doing something, they're thinking about something at that time, you can be thinking about something at that time. Those people will start to mirror each other. This person could be going to a party, this person could be going to a baby shower. You know, they're in an environment with a lot of people, they start to mirror each other. When they start mirroring, they're getting closer, they're getting closer, and they're awakened. You know what I'm saying? Those people are woke. They done been through the dark night of the soul. They're awake. They're doing right, and spirit has them on their path. Now, if the person's doing right, and then one of them decides that they're gonna go off, veer off the other way, guess what? This person is gonna stay on their path, and you have more than one soulmate, more than one twin flame, and stuff like that. And you might meet somebody else. You know what I'm saying? To entertain you until this motherfucker over here gets it right. Then this motherfucker get it right here because they don't have no money. They got to sit home. They got to do whatever they got to do. And then they got to think and deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Then they're going to remember, where did I go wrong? Oh, I went wrong right here on this street. Let me go back to this street and get back on my path. And then you're a little bit up ahead of them. You know what I'm saying? But they're coming slowly. Just know they begin to mirror. They're coming slowly until they damn catch up. Okay? So, but when you truly ask spirit and God to send somebody to love you or to care for you or be that partner that you want or that friendship that you want, spirit is not just going to give it to you. You know how you say, God's going to give me everything that I asked for because he can't lie. You're right. He can't lie. And he won't lie. But he'll give it to you in the time and when you're supposed to have it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't ready for it and you're not deserving of it and you don't know how to take care of it, don't put nothing in your hand. You say, why am I going to give you this $1 million lottery ticket when I know that you strung out on drugs? Oh, hell no. That lottery ticket might be right here in this bunch of damn mail, right? Just sitting up there, and you might not find it yet until you're done with rehab. And after you would going through rehab, you have a clearer mind, and you're trying to clean up shit in your house, getting rid of all kind of drugs and needles and um beer bottles, wine glasses, and you trying to clean up all that shit, and you going through paperwork. Then, oh shit, here's a ticket that's been sitting here. You know what? I'm gonna go to the store tomorrow and I'm gonna check it. And boom, might not be $1 million. It could be $1,000. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't time for you to get that yet. It's not gonna put you on your path. But when you're on your path and you do things, y'all, when I sit here and say blessings and stuff come out of nowhere. Come out of nowhere. And when you're straight and you're on your path and you're here and doing what you're supposed to do, you'll be protected. You'll be protected from all of this stuff out here. All of these things that's out here. You know what I'm saying? Because when you ask God to send your person and your person is close and your person is right there, all this other shit and these shadow sides of these people, because your mind, you're focused. These people can't even get to you. The one of the people who comes to you with ill intention that say, oh, I'm gonna get that, oh, I'm gonna hit that tonight, yeah, I'm gonna take her out to eat and I'm gonna get that. You think because you sit here and pay $80 you're gonna get some of this? You crazy as shit. I'm past that, a meal. Understand the things that you could do for yourself. Don't let somebody do that for you and you think that, okay, they deserving of some of your yoni because he took you out to eat or she took you out to eat or they called a Uber what's the XL, the big trucks and stuff like that, the big cars and all that stuff, because they wine and dine you like that. You can do that shit yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's truly when spiritually they touch you. Now all of this other material stuff. You know what I'm saying? These material gains and stuff, you could do that on your own. This material stuff. Do y'all know how long I look for these type of curtains? And I like blackout curtains. And if somebody, go and find this,
Here.
they're here. Okay, y'all. Wait, here there. Hold on, y'all. Put on your boots again. Oh, I see him backed up too. Y'all, hold on.
She gotta go. She has to go. I'm sorry, but
Y'all, I'm gonna have to go. Quit, Ayana. Quit. I gotta go and walk Ayana friend down. So, but anyway, just remember, when it's time for a person to be exposed, they are exposed by spirit. You didn't just catch them. I gotta go and make sure you guys listen to Tank So Cold. All right, I gotta go and walk this baby down. All right, I love y'all. Bye.